and they were running up to us and screaming in our faces. I've never felt so terrified in my life. We didn't know where to go. I pulled my wife and my son close to me. Sorry.
As we were coming over the bridge, there must have been about 40 riot police, but they were all running towards the ground. And then once they ran towards the ground, all these youths, and I'm not talking a few youths, I'm talking potentially up to 1,000 youths, if not more. They stormed the bridge either side. So you got on the left, on the right. So we're all walking in the middle. They're all chanting, very intimidating. I've never felt in all my life as scared and as alone as I was then. It was terrifying. It was terrifying. They're all pushing and shoving you. You know, they were kicking people. I seen them kicking people, punching people.
I got my phone out of my pocket to check Google Maps, just for directions to our hotel. Then I just remember a hand trying to grab my phone. And I pushed the hand away. I put the phone back in my pocket. Then they grabbed my watch. And they were yanking on my watch. And then I'm on the floor. My head was smacked into the floor. I had blood in my left eye. I couldn't see. I could hear my wife screaming, asking people for help.
Everywhere, they're trying to grab what they can. They tried to grab, I had like a satchel, a bag. So I grabbed hold of my bag. Unfortunately, they dipped my pocket, which had a bit of money in, and my phone. And I was that frightened at this point. I thought, I'm going to get hit. I'm going to get stabbed, stamped on, whatever.
Luckily, I was checking my pockets all the time, and as I checked my pocket, I checked it and it was empty. The lad was in front of me. I grabbed hold of the lad and I confronted him about my phone. He made out he didn't know what I was talking about, and I shook his coat, I shook his bag, and my phone fell to the floor, and I retrieved my phone like so. But he'd had it out my pocket.
They had my wife by her hair at the back, and my son and I, we ran to my wife. She was screaming, she was asking for help, and then 5 or 6 Liverpool supporters come running over to help. Then we were surrounded by, I'd say, 60 to 70 men under the bridge, and they were running up to us and screaming in our faces. I've never felt so terrified in my life.
And I don't say this lightly, but when I got home yesterday, I felt lucky to be alive.
It was like the scene out of the TV series The Walking Dead. That's what it was like with the gangs. I felt like I was just being attacked from every direction. I've never felt so scared in my life. I would have expected, when I've paid the money I've paid for my ticket, and the expense that we've gone to, and every euro that we pay for food, for drink, for hotels, which is all taxed, I expect the French government to provide a safe environment for me and my family and the other supporters.
And it's all due to poor policing, poor planning. You can't call them police. They never done the job.
At this point, I'm concussed. I'm totally disorientated. I don't know where I am. I've got blood pouring out of my head. I begged for help. I begged the police for help. And I got a stock answer. There's nothing we can do.
I'm never going to a European match away again. I'm going as far as Wembley. I'm not doing it again.
I will never go away to a sporting event again. It's scared me that much. I don't want to go back to France. You have the Olympics in 2 years. I would encourage nobody to go. Do not go to the Olympics in Paris in 2 years.